What's up guys, we're back with another video. Today we are going to be playing Jujutsu Shenanigans. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go into... wait, where's that? Here it is. Oh my gosh, I have to fly up there, of course.
This is most likely original to the game, but I did find a
no, I can't even destroy the ground.
Divergent Fist, which is just a simple punch attack. After Yuji lands a punch on the target, his curse energy flows and makes a stronger second impact. Divergent Fist was often used initially, but after Yuji's fight with Kodo and the 30 years critiquing his attack, he practically stopped using it. Now, Divergent Fist is used twice. By timing it properly, you can actually do a black flash. Usually doing an insane
my favorite person to use. I'm down here.
That's why you can do a black flash at will. Then comes the black flash chain, and that's because if you punch somebody behind them 4 times, you will actually get a special black flash chain attack that looks like this. This is slightly inspired by Yuji's 8 consecutive black flashes he lands on Sukuna in the final arc. The finisher for this attack probably shows a lot better.
I'm gonna spawn a dummy. Let's see how my power strength. Wait, I'm gonna go to the top of this building. Yeah, the top of this building. It's literally one of the tallest. Go right here. Anyways, okay, go right here.
But the first attack of the awakening is Dismantle, which launches a slash of barrage.
Spawn. Anyways, spawn. Low HP dummy. See my. Oh, that's pretty good. Let me get rid of the cooldown. Is that cooldown? Absolutely perfect. Alright, we're gonna go be playing hide and seek with these guys. Bro, shut up! I didn't mean to spawn you guys! Ah! It's too much. Ow! 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 No, shut up! Clear all dummies. Absolutely. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a different map. Let's do. What map should I do?
Obviously, this comes from Sukuna's real world cutting slashing he used to do Gojo, but not exactly.
No. Where's the...
killing Gojo with that, he now needs to read all these incantations to do it. That's why Maki was able to dodge and all the other people. Following that is my boy Restless Gambler, otherwise known as Kiki Kara. Reserve is the first attack that allows you to
just no.
Create a stun. This is one of the visual effects in Akari's domain. He used this attack against Charles during the Culling Games arc. The next attack is Shutter Doors, which allows you to trap your opponent briefly. This is another one of the 3 visual
what
effects.
What is this place?
Also seen in this fight with Yuji and again in this battle with Charles. Then we got Rough Energy, which is just a very strong uppercut. You can see him punch Yuji with a similar attack when he was testing his resolve, or when he gets the jump on Kashimo. The variant for this attack is an aerial that allows you to slam onto the ground. The variant looks just like this panel of Akari slamming into the ground. Then we got Fever Breaker, which does that. This is probably inspired by this kick that landed on Yuji during their meeting in the Perfect Preparation arc. Then comes the epitome of Jujutsu Sorcery, which is domain expansion titled Idle Death Gamble. Activate this by pressing G and going into your awakening, which will force you into the domain, where you then need to reach the requirements to get into the jackpot. This is Akari's domain expansion that no one seems to understand. The basic premise is to try and hit a jackpot, and to do so, one must This will reset your HP and your positioning, and it's something that Hakari also does in his domain. Also, while in your jackpot, Tukadongo will start playing, but for copyright purposes, I don't have music on. The first move in your awakening is Lucky Volley, and it's just a barrage of punches, ending off with a big slam. We have only ever seen Hakari in jackpot once against Kashimo, so all of these will be mostly original to the game. This one is taken from Hakari's clash with Kashimo while there was a free container between them. The next move is Lucky Rushdown, it makes you run towards someone and throw them up in the air. The next move is Overwhelming Luck, which will cause you to go into this fury, slamming someone, giving them a lot of stun, picking them up, while also being able to hit people as you go by spamming M1. And the last attack is Energy Surge, which does that. None of those have any identical moments from the manga, but we'll probably understand it better during season 3 of the anime when he actually fights Kashimo. Now for the final base-only character, Yuki Tsukumo, otherwise known as Star Rage. Your first attack is Garuda Rebound, which allows you to kick your Shikigami just like that, as well as pull them back in if you use the variant.
Alright guys,
Right from chapter 2 of the manga,
let's stop flying. Spawn a low HP dummy. I'm not trying to hit. The heck? What do you hit? Oh wait, there's a barrier here. Is it? There's a barrier right here.
And that looks much more similar to the version that Yuki did. The next attack is Rising Rage, which is just 2 kicks. You see Yuki doing various light kicks in her fight against Kenny, but this is most likely comes from chapter 206, where Yuki was seen doing various combo attacks. The next attack after that is Master.
Oh, I just go right through it. Okay.
And is more accurate to the manga. As Yuki is explaining what her curse technique actually does, she charges up an attack similar to this before blitzing Kenjaku and hurting him. The similarities in the charge up and the devastation of both attacks lead me to believe they're connected. The last move being Garuda Stab, which is a close range stab attack that slams them away. You can see Yuki use Garuda in this exact same way against Kenjaku in chapter 207, but was to no avail. You also see Yuki use similar axes combinations she was storing in chapter 205.
Isn't is that Absolute Cinema right there?
Now to use this awakening, you need to be there, not inside, I mean outside.
Are these birds? These are birds. Everything's just frozen.
And if I press G and hold R while holding on to someone, I will create a black hole. Jesus Christ.
Why are there so many domains here?
He decided to sacrifice herself to save Choso and Tengen by creating a point in space so dense that it created a black hole. So shout out to Yuki for trying, but the next character is one of my favorite in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. Defense Attorney, otherwise known as Hiromi. Now, almost every variant for Defense Attorney is a block break, and not all of them are going to be specific to the manga, so we'll only talk about the ones we need to. The first attack is Extended Swings, which does these slaps.
This is Gojo's torso thing, where Sukuna sliced it off with Maharaga's thing. If you haven't seen it in the comic. Bro, who broke my road? Probably Maharaga. I'm just about a low HP dummy. Stop flying. Let's see how far I can punch him. Ooh, that's far. Let me spawn in, like, 2 of them. Actually, 3. How far can I actually punch him? Straight up. After that. The first attack is execution, and it causes you to charge up this lot of somebody. Now, if you're supposed to if I did it again, and if I did it one more time, he dead. I couldn't find it. But the missing arm is a callback to when Sukuna chopped off his own head before. Alright, bye guys.